Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Hollywood is down on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17. Line on the return. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore will throw. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch on the right side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore to the air again. Shoots it to the left. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but That thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Moore gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Ncaa Moore wants to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Here's Moore to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The offense changing the play. Moore to the air. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fights off a defender. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. QB draw. That's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
The ball doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Using his legs, it's Riley. There's some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Moore makes the catch. It's Bear. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Moore. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rodgers. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. That they made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Off the arc. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Moore with the play fake. Here's the pressure. This time it's complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
The running back has it. Fighting off the defender.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Moore. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down. And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job. Hold the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that 1st down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Moore, play action. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown,
critical fourth downs. As a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be knocked down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Mack. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Thrust that arm out. He's past the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback making adjustments. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Dante Moore. With the catch, it's Stewart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Moore will throw. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw it again. Hauls it in. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Moore. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Moore from the gun on third down. Caught. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Moore to throw. Got a man, it's Moore. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Making side adjustments here.
Sweep. Square. Ready, go.
Moore to the air. He makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Moore to the air again. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moore. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dante Moore wants to throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Bringing it back. Delivers the stiff arm. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better.
The stiff arm gets him loose. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Throwing Mack. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, but because you want to catch the football and you want to get upfield and make more yards, but sometimes you got to realize, I just got to toe tap that thing. I just got to get one in, get the completion. That was a missed opportunity right there.
Deadlocked here in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Russell. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Now here's Russell. Bringing the heat. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Using his legs, it's Hill. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Austin Mack. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Takes it the other way. The 30. He's at the 10, and he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown Ducks!
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. Yeah, exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Oregon. Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. On the run, it's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll go play action with Mack. And the quarterback goes down. Eugene. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, pitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit. Down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Mack. And his throw is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Hill. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Keelan Russell. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Makes a move. Bust through behind his pad. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll go play action with Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Throwing more. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Ducks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Moore will throw. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Again, it's Moore. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you've got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dante Moore. It's complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's third and goal. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the ground, it's Hill. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Mack. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Now here's Mack. Looking left. Another incompletion on third down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Davison. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got to the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Moore with the play fake. Working that left side now. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Touchdown Ducks! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like, The power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. A huge play, and they finally get him out of bounds, and avert complete disaster on the final play of the first quarter. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, first down here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit.
Snags it, and he's open. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Throwing, Mack. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. He'll go out of bounds at the 41, and that's the kind of return you look for to spark your offense. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
More play action. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He can play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
Trying play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Mack trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Now here's Mack. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the ball comes to rest right there. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go play action with Moore. Quickly to the tight end. Lowers those pads. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Give to the running back. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Moore to throw. Got his man on the right. Past the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Right on the money. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Hill. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
Moore. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Ducks want to move quickly. Moore to the air. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throwing Moore. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They'll try it again after the incomplete pass on 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to barge their way in. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dante Moore. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Ready to roll on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit. Makes the grab in their space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Riley. Runs through a tackle. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Looking for space. It's Hill. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Alabama quickly back to the line. They go right back to him. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Mack to throw for it on 4th. Under fire. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And that's just excellent cover. Cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Give to the single back. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Turning it on! Guided out of bounds, and the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't.
And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss.
And tell you what, great job by the defense not getting discouraged. Play before, you could tell he's got such good wheels. He can get out of situations, but keep coming, making him play the next play, making life hard on him. Great job by the defense.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's Moore to throw. Finds his big tight end. Shakes, got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking for a gap, it's Hill. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll go play action with Mack. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
There's a crease. Running through contact. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking outside, it's Riley. Got enough for the 1st. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a crease. It's Davison. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. He wants to change this route. Right back to him. Inside the 45. On the move at the 30. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. On the move. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
Here we go, ready? 129, 129.
Moore gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, Coach DeBoer told me pregame he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. To get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 8. On the run, it's Davison. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Offense gets set for second down. Might be changing the route. Throwing more. Pulls it in. It's Davison. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. And he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
In the gun on third down, Moore. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Russell. Quarterback now breaking the field. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Quick release on the RPO. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the right. Picked off.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and you just see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Makes it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Moore from the gun on third down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep, that's a bad break for the offense early.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Moore. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Mack. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Reads it, fires complete. Turns it on in midfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Throwing Mack. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a second and long. Again, it's Russell. Makes a catch. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Now here's Russell. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Russell. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering him downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Moore will throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The run inside. It's Hill. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's Davison. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Ducks are rolling down the field.
Here we go. Ready.
Dante Moore. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Running inside, it's Hill. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Moore to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! He got it back corner of the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the move, it's Hill. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. The RPO, it's complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Showing off the arms. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Got enough for the 1st. Could be an alley. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They'll run it. It's Riley. Shakes off the defender. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Unloads quickly. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Ncaa unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Keelan Russell going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Gonna run it. It's Davison. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Moore. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or 2 and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing more. Dumps it off in the flats. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Moore will throw. Back open in the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down.
Return.
On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get conservative. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay.
Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. On the ground, it's Coleman. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the lone running back. Picks up the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. Got a little grass. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown Tide. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. On the run, it's Davison. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dante Moore. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Now, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Hill. Runs through the tackle. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Boy, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
The Ducks headed quickly to the line. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Ducks can really attack on this second and short. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. That delay of game penalty took them out of second and short. Here they come needing 8. More to the air again. They're working that left side. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that? Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit home, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if it was 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
Moore. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. The returner will field it and bring it back. Drills him with the stiff arm. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mack. Moves around to clear up the vision. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking for space, it's Hill. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Quick release by the QB. Crosses the 40. At midfield, he's got room. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dangerous with the ball in his hand. That was an RPO. He caught that thing behind the line of scrimmage, but once he had it, he made one quick cut, and that was it. His speed, his elusiveness, he is so dangerous. Defense just couldn't corral him, and he rips off a huge play on what was a very, very short throw on the RPO.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. On the direct snap, it's Hill. He breaks a tackle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Got it! He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's got the tight end. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The Tide answers back.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore with the play fake. He's taking a deep shot. Snags it down the right side. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line. Alabama calls its second timeout in the half. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on 1st down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Running the red zone. It's Davison. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. The Ducks with the answer.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you've got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell. Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Throwing, Mack. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He might want another play. Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. Lots of running room. The 40. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown Ducks. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Discards him with the stiff arm. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Austin Mack fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And talk about stepping up in a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow-developing play, eating up.
Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Russell. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking for a man, it's Russell. a shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB?
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Austin Mack. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sidelines, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. And the Tide answer.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to end it with what is likely the game winner in the final seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Throwing more. Stepping to the right. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.